Hey everybody, it is Michaelville here with another video, and in today's video we are going to be talking about fun times and what's going to be happening with me at the end of the year. So, I guess just get right into it. This is more of a serious video for me. So I guess we're just going to get right into it. So, as most of you know, I am the owner of Fun Times. I have been the owner of Fun Times for about, what? I was a 1 year, so about 2 years. I've been the owner for two, and I guess about 2.5 years, really. By the end of this year, I will have been the owner of Fun Times for 2.5 years. Which it's been great. Running Fun Times has been a great experience, and I do love owning Fun Times. But at the end of the year, now I haven't told really anyone else this. I guess if you go to the Fun Times website, you would know this because it is on the Fun Times website. But yeah, and Jeff here doesn't even know what I'm about to say. Do you?
Nope.
Okay. So, what I'm going to say is at the end of the year, I am retiring from Fun Times.
What?
Yep. I'm retiring from Fun Times at the end of the year. Yeah. I'm not 100% retiring. I'm still going to work. I'm just retiring from Fun Times. I'm not going to own Fun Times anymore at the end of this year. In 2024, I'm going to be driving buses for Broncos. Maybe even getting a real route, because I kind of want to get back into bus driving. And if I do that, more full-time type thing, I probably will want my own route, because right now, as you know, I'm just a sub. And I'm more like the last sub they call if all the other subs can't do it because of my job right now. And I really like bus driving, and I really want to get in back, maybe full-time or half, whatever. I do want to get back into it more. And, honestly, subbing isn't that bad, but it is at the same time when you think about it. Because, subbing for a school bus is already bad enough, which I feel like Jeff would know because you did drive a school bus, right? So.
Yeah.
And I know they don't just give you a route the first day. You don't just walk in, they give you a route. You usually are a sub for a little bit, just a sub driver, and then you get your own route eventually.
Yep.
And what was it like being a sub driver for you?
Horrible.
Why?
You just got the worst bus.
Yeah. Well, I think too, cause you really don't know the stops. You don't know the stops, and you don't know the kids, so it's you don't know exactly where to go,
Yeah.
And even if you know the stops, you know where to go, the stops, but you don't know the kids, so you don't know what stops you have. And then when there's kids that don't want to tell you and help you out, which I'm saying this not from experience of being a bus driver, it's more being an experienced kid. Because when I rode the bus when I was younger, I was actually the kid that helped out the bus drivers. I was telling them all the kids and where they get off and helping them out, But then I do know, because they always said stuff about it, how it's hard to be a sub when you don't know the kids and you might not know all the stops either. Which I do understand that when I was a kid, and I understand it even more now because I drive buses for Broncos, which I'm trying to think, like, because when you think of a bus driver, it's not like you're going across the country, usually, with a whole bunch of kids, and you're subbing for that. Like, I think it might be a little harder in some ways of me being a sub, because I'm subbing, like, for a route that goes from, like, New York to, like, across the country, that's a hard route if I've never done that before, like, there's a lot of roads I have to make sure I take, or I'm screwed. If I don't get off the highway at this time, I'm probably screwed.
Uh-huh.
And I've actually been doing this one route, and I've actually been doing it a lot this week. For Monday to, I did it did this route last Wednesday, last Thursday, then I did it this Tuesday and this Thursday. So I did the route yesterday too. It's like a 10-hour route, like back there and back. So it's like 5 hours there, 5 hours back. So it's around 10 hours of actually driving. And it's from New York City to Portland, Maine. And I've been driving that route a lot because the driver that normally drives that route has been, like, out. Like, he hasn't, which I would say sick, but he's not really sick because he's, like, he wasn't here last Wednesday, last Thursday, and then he wasn't here this Tuesday, this Thursday. So, he's kind of just taking off when he wants, really. Which, honestly, if I get a route, that might be a route I would like, because I feel like if I do get back into driving a little more instead of being a sub, and I kind of want my own route, I do think I want a shorter route. I don't want to drive as much as I did when I first started working there when I was younger, driving from New York City to Hollywood, like, that's a long drive. And I do want to be a bus driver, but I'm also going to be doing my other businesses too. Like, I'm planning on doing my, I'm still going to have my mud park. Will still have my mud park. And then I will also have, right now I'm still in the phases of trying to even get this full on started, which I've been talking about for a while, is buying homes and renting them out. Which is a lot harder than you would think, because you got to find some good homes to buy to rent out. And right now, I'm not doing great with that. And then most of my houses that I do rent out, I have had that I could rent out, I don't want to rent out, or I really can't rent out. Like the Mud Park one, I'm renting that one out, but it's like the people that live there don't love that place that much now because it's a mud park, like, literally on that property. And they have been thinking about moving out, finding a new place because of that mud park. Which, really, that's the only house I'm renting out right now, because I sold the place where Aisha used to live, that lake house, because I was done with it because it burned down again. And then I have this house, I have my Lake Placid house, and I have the Westville Mansion house. Which, I use that one. Which, honestly, I don't know if I'm going to technically need that. I could end up renting that one out, Not now. But when you think about it, like, the good thing right now about having the Westville Mountain House, it's a good place for me to be when I do have to work, when I'm doing fun times,
Yeah.
Because I'm closer. Like, right here, I'm like another almost hour away from Clarksville when I need to go to fun times and stuff. I'm like almost another hour away, so at least that house gets me a little closer. It's, and stuff. It's nice there, but, I might not need it as much if like when I retire from Fun Times, you know?
Yeah.
But what do you think of me retiring?
Good for you.
That's it? Okay. But yeah, I do think things are gonna change, you know? Things are definitely gonna change in how I do stuff. Like, I'm not really saying that as into video wise. I guess some things will change since my videos I post are mainly about my life. So, you know, like I said about the one house, if I end up renting that out, obviously I'm not going to be living there. So, and this house, like you guys know, I bought a house in Lake Placid that I really like. But then I have this house, which this is where I'm like, I don't know what to do, because I love this house that I'm in right now, but I also love that house in Lake Placid. You know, it's like, what do I pick? You know, and then too, it's hard because Jeff Hart, you live in Lake Placid now, and then my friend Michael lives down the road. You know, where he always has lived, right next to where you used to live. So, you know, it's kind of where do I go because of friends. And then it's also houses. What house I like the most. And then, two, Emma, my girlfriend. And Ryder, you know, those two. Because I'm retiring from Fun Times. But Emma's still going to be the manager at Phil Family Racing. Which means she can't just go and move to Lake Placid, because Lake Placid's a 6-hour drive, and she has to be at work, you know, at like 8 o'clock. She can't drive 6 hours. So she couldn't live there, you know, and for you that don't know, because most of you don't know, because I don't talk about my relationship that much, that like right now she's in the house right now. Because she's been living with me, like, a lot. It's not like that it's not that she doesn't have her own house. She's just living with me a little bit. Here and there, she isn't with me, but, you know. She has been with me for a lot of the, you know. She's been staying with me for a while now. Here and there, she goes to her own house and sleeps there here and there. And then she comes over to my homes, you know, like during the week. During the week, I'm usually at the Westville Mansion house, not the Westville Mountain house where I am now, but it's the weekend, so. And, like right now, she's here right now. You could ask Jeff, huh? He knows.
Yep.
And Ryder is here too. And one thing I am thinking about, since, like, obviously, Emma, she just sleeps with me in my bedroom. And now that Emma is staying with me more, Ryder, which is a thing I've been thinking about for a while. I haven't even brought this up to Ryder yet, but I think he would like it, because in my Westville Mountain house, not the Westville Mountain house. In this house, well, not the. Oh my gosh, you know, it's confusing when you own so many homes. In the Westville Mansion house, you know, my big mansion. In there, if you would know if you watch like a couple of my videos of like the house tour and other videos, that in that house, Ryder has a bedroom. Like, he has his own bedroom. Since even before me and Emma started dating, because you know, he would stay with me a lot because I would take him into town because she had something she had to do in the morning, like a drive to New York, and he goes to school, and needs to be taken care of that way. So, and also, if you're wondering, so obviously Emma and Ryder at their own house, they live in Westville too. But Ryder goes to school in Clarksville, which seems weird, but at the same time, his mom works there. You know, I work there. It makes sense when you actually think about it, because that's where his mom is all day. Why not? He could be there all day. I'm there all day. It makes sense to have that he goes to school in the town his mom works, and and yeah. But what I was saying was he does have his own room in the Westville Mansion House, but here in the Westville Mountain House, he doesn't have his own room. And like right now he's here, but like Emma, she's fine because she sleeps in my room with me, but he just sleeps in the second front room on the couch. And it's fine, I guess, sometimes, but I feel like he should have his own room.
Mm-hmm.
Because, think about it. It's kind of a little unfair that he doesn't, but then too, I guess. He has two, technically, when you think. He has the house where him and Emma lives. He has his bedroom there, and then he has his bedroom in the mansion house. He just doesn't have it here, and when he's here, he has to sleep in the front room on the couch. Which it doesn't seem that he minds that much, but I feel like it might be better if I give him his own room. Which obviously, this house right now only has one bedroom, which is mine, and then it has a dining room that I technically don't use that much. Because like when I'm here, when I eat, I don't use the dining room. But I have been thinking about using the dining room that's right on the wall. This wall right here behind me. Not, I guess, behind me, but behind me, like on the side of me here. But, this wall, it's the wall, and on the other side, it has the dining room, which it is a big dining room that I have been thinking maybe I could turn into his bedroom. Because I don't use the dining room a lot, but I do use it sometimes because I do have guests. So I do need it sometimes, And I do have my friends come over, like I have Jeff come over, and Michael and a couple of their friends and stuff. They come over and we all hang out, eat dinner together and stuff. Sometimes I invite some of my family out here to come and hang out and we eat, but whatever, I guess. Yeah. So, anyway, this video was mainly about fun times, though, is what I wanted it to be, but I'm just talking about other stuff, too. But, back to fun times really quick. Like I said, I took over fun times on July 21st, 2021. So I ran it from 2021, July 21st, 2021, to right now, and I'm retiring at the end of 2023. So I've went through half a year of 2021, a full year of 2022, and a full year of 2023. So 2 full years and a half a year. So 2.5 years of running Fun Times. And honestly, now some of this, you like Jeff here, he's not going to know because me and him really didn't know each other when I took over Fun Times in 2021. I didn't know him. I knew him, but I didn't know him, It's like, because we knew each other, but we didn't know each other because of Aisha. I knew who he was, but it's not like we were friends.
Yeah.
Like, we just knew each other, but we weren't friends. We never talked or anything like that. We knew each other, though. But, you know, we weren't friends, so you didn't really know me when I first started, you know, owning Fun Times. Which really, now think about this, you know, what did I do before I owned Fun Times?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't? You do know.
You were a bus driver, right?
Oh my god.
I think of.
You
own Fun Times.
Before I owned Fun Times, you don't remember any of my things I've done in my life, or?
Oh, I kind of forgot. I'm old.
Dude, you're younger than me. That's a lame excuse. You're younger than me. You're younger than me, and I'm 60. And if you're already that, when you're 60, then in a few years, you're really gonna have dementia. When I started working, I was handyman, then truck driver, then I was bus driving, and then I was a garbage truck driver. The last job I had was technically manager of Fun Times, but before that I was a garbage truck driver. I drove a garbage truck, and at the beginning of the summer of 2021, Debbie Dawn, the manager of Fun Times, since it opened in 82, retired because she was 75. And then I took her place for like 2 months, which you should know this too, because actually, after she retired, my brother hired Steve Smith. Remember Steve?
Yeah.
Well, then that's when my brother hired Steve for like that 1 week, and then he fired Steve because of his obsession with green and owning Fun Times one day and stuff. And then that's when I became manager because he needed a manager. He just asked me to be manager. And, you know, I became manager. And I was manager for about 2 months. And then my brother passed away. And, you know, the second he passed away, I became owner of Fun Times. And it's like, really, I had 2 years of experience. Not 2 years, 2 months. Which is not that much time when you think about owning a multi-billion-dollar business, you know?
Yeah.
You kind of, like, at least I had 2 months, I guess, because my niece, Somerville, which she is going to be taking my place, if you were wondering. She's going to be the owner of Fun Times. When she became the owner of Ville Family Racing and City Square, she was only 20 years old. Now she's 22. But when she took over, you know, think about that. She took over at 20. You know? That's not that much time. You know, she just graduated school, like high school 2 years before. She didn't go to college yet. You know, she was really thrown into it. She had no experience owning a business in the past or anything. You know, she really didn't even have a big job except being like working at McDonald's. You know, she just got thrown into it. So, you know, she was not qualified. Let's say that. Summer was not qualified to own a business like Ville Family Racing or City Square. Because she was just thrown into it. Because she had no experience in it. Now, So she wasn't really experienced, but she's learned over the past like 2.5 years. But I feel like she's gonna be fine, when she takes over at the end of this year, just because she has more experience now of owning bigger businesses, and she does help out a lot with fun times with me, so I think she's gonna be fine. I don't think she's gonna fail, but I will say though, 2021 was pretty good, and then 2022, because 2021 I didn't really do anything, because it was like the middle of the year. I didn't know really what I was doing. I kind of just kept everything the same. And then in 2022, I did a lot of stuff. I did a lot of stuff to Fun Times. I added stunts at the beginning of 2022, and I did a lot of things to Fun Times in 2022. And that's when I was getting more into it. I was like, oh, I understand stuff better now. And I, understood how to run a multi-billion-dollar business. And, I got more into it, more involved. And, yeah. And then, this year, 2023, I added a lot of stuff this year, too, with the space section, the train and train stations, the Pride stairs, the graffiti wall, I added more greenery to the park. I added a lot of stuff this year, too, to Fun Times. So, yeah. And I will say that over the years of running Fun Times, which is only like 2.5 years, but still, over the years, it has got a place in my heart, and I have said it in the past, and I will say it now too, that Fun Times is like a family.
Yeah.
Because I go there every day, almost every day. I guess I usually take Sundays off, and sometimes I take Saturdays off. But still, it's like a family. You go there and everyone knows you. Everyone treats you with kindness. And Lori, oh my gosh, I can't talk. Lori, I can't say that word. I'm done. Everyone treats you, though, with kindness. And it's... And we do have fun. We do... I think... Because I do have a motto that I say to my employees at Fun Times, that it's called Fun Times for a reason, and it's not just the patrons that should be having fun, It shouldn't just be the guests that get to come and have fun. The employees should have some kind of fun. Obviously, I'm not saying, oh, well, you can go hop on the ride too, Instead of controlling it, you can hop on there too, But, not like that, but, fun. I think it shouldn't just be called Fun Times just for, the guests of the park. It should be called Fun Times for the guests and the workers. Because it wouldn't be Fun Times without the employees.
Yeah.
And, they deserve to have fun. That's why, me and Monica, which Monica's the manager of Fun Times, that's why me and her do a lot of, we try to do a lot of stuff for our employees. Usually, almost every day, we end up, sometimes it's just every other day, and sometimes we've only been able to do it once a week, because it just matters on the schedule and stuff. And now with this huge Halloween thing coming up, with all the stuff we're doing with the haunted house, pumpkin carving, maze, and all this stuff at Fun Times for Halloween, and then we're going to get into Christmas pretty soon, around the end of November. We're going to get into Christmas and stuff. And in November, we're doing a food drive. And we're getting into the busier season, so it's kind of harder to do what we do. But, like, we usually, in the morning, we try to do for the morning shift, morning/day shift. Because Fun Times opens at 6 in the morning, so people get there around 5. Some people get there earlier. And we try to, as much as we can for the morning shift, we try to do a breakfast, like a nice breakfast for them. And we all have fun. One time we got into a huge food fight.
Sounds like lots of fun.
Yeah, we got into, everyone was working, eating and talking, enjoying themselves before the park opened, and then we started food fighting, which is really fun, you feel like a kid again, we're all grown adults throwing food at each other, but, which it was fun until we had to clean up, because, the park's opening in like 20 minutes, we gotta clean up the mess we made, and we have to change our clothes. Before the park opens, and we had like 20 minutes, we have to hurry up. But I think it's a family, really. And sadly, with the night shift, we can't do as much, because as you can imagine, it's kind of harder to do stuff with the night shift. The morning shift is a little easier to do stuff with, like the breakfast, because it's the morning shift, / day shift, so they come in an hour before we open at 6, and we can have a breakfast, for them. But, like, the night shift, because we close at 11, so, and, at 11 o'clock at night, we want to go home, and because a lot of people don't even live in Clarksville, like me, Monica, we live in Westville, a few of our employees live in Westville and Leo, so, we want to leave, go home at 11 o'clock, not stay there. We want to go, shut down the park, and leave. Which, that's what sucks, though, about the night shift, is that it's a little harder to do stuff for them because of how late it is. Sometimes we try to do dinners for them, but, some of them don't want to go to a dinner because of how late it is, So it's kind of hard. The morning shift's a lot easier to do stuff for them. The night shift's a little harder, but we still try to have fun times with them too, which it's just harder to do because it's the night shift and we close at 11 and everyone wants to just go home after that. They don't want to stay there. So, yeah, I think though, I am going to miss it. I will say that. I'm going to miss Fun Times. It's been a really good experience, And, like, I think you could agree with some things I've said because you have been involved with certain things at Fun Times.
Yeah, like that play that we did.
Yeah, that play. And for those that don't know what we're talking about, there was this play called The Story of Lady E at Fun Times because Newberry High / middle school is a school in Newberry that's like 30 minutes away from Fun Times, something like that. Which the only reason I do let them do so much stuff is because Avaville's the principal there, which if you don't know who Avaville is my brother's son's wife. And she, is obviously a Ville in the Ville family, so we're a family, so, she gets to do a lot of stuff with Fun Times too, so, she brings her students from the school to Fun Times all the time, and this time she had a story, and I'm not going to get too much into it. If you want to look it up about the story of Lady E or whatever, pretty much, though, it's a play about this girl, Lady E, and, Jeff was a big part of it. He was doing the lighting. He actually made Lady E fly he was doing a lot of the, work like that on stage, which was pretty good. He made it look really great. Which I think that it's a big thing too. It's the talent department at Fun Times, because we have Fun Times show us your talent, and it's a big thing. We do like every other day. We do a talent show, and I think that, and then we do like the pumpkin carving and stuff like that. Like right now, that's what we're doing every night too, is pumpkin carving contest, and you get from like 2 o'clock until 8 o'clock at night. It's like you got hours and hours you can work on carving a pumpkin and doing stuff to it to make it look amazing, to have it in the contest. And at 8 o'clock you go to the talent show stage, and we do a whole like show about it, and there's prizes and stuff, but it's fun. And I think though, I am gonna miss it though. I will say that I'm gonna miss Fun Times, and people that have worked there, like you, Jeff, like working, here and there to help me out, with certain things at Fun Times, just being there as a little bit of a helper, here and there, I think you even see how, close we are. And it's not like, I'm not saying I know every single of my employees, because I don't. That's a lie if I said that. Like, I know some of my employees. Technically I know all of them, but I don't, because, Fun Times is massive. It's not like I know every single name of all my employees without having to look it up. Which seems bad, because I'm like, oh, it's a family, but I don't know half of their names. But it's still like a family. It's just, it's a huge family, and you kind of forget people's names, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of hard. I don't think anyone could really do it anyway. Like, try to remember all their names. I don't think it's that possible. And either way, though, it's still a great place. And I think, like, Summer is gonna love it when she takes over. And, it's been a great experience. I've, and I will say that getting this experience to own Fun Times and stuff like this has gave me a big chance to spend time with my family. Because obviously I never really spent time with my niece, Summer, until I became the owner of Fun Times, because my main office is at Ville Family Industries, and, me and her share an office, so, obviously me and her became really close. And then I met Emma because of this job, which that's going good. I met Emma, now we're dating, everything there's going good. I have Ryder, he's a great kid, and then Monica, she's amazing at her job, and it's a great friend. So really it's been a great experience. Making new friends, making something that seems like a family. And it really is family, and it's great experience. I think Emma is still gonna be the manager, so she's still gonna be making memories at Ville Family Racing and Ville Family Industries and whatever else maybe she ends up doing when Summer takes over Fun Times, because Emma's still gonna work there and stuff, which I guess is actually a good excuse for me to try to stay involved, here and there. And I think Summer is really gonna love it though, the new experience she's gonna have, and new people she's gonna meet, and the family that she's gonna have when she becomes the owner. And I also am really excited to see what she decides to do with Fun Times, when she takes over. Which just talking to her the past few days, you know, she's been telling me all these ideas she has and stuff, and most of them are really good. I'm not going to say any of them right now, but I will say she has some good ideas, which I'm not going to say them because I don't want to get people's hopes up or say something that probably won't happen, because some things might not happen, you know. It's not like it's 100% this is going to happen, but, you know. Anyway,
Yeah.
though, I am retiring, though, at the end of this year. Things will change. Hopefully it's for the better. Not I retire and something bad happens because I retired. But that is going to be the end of this video for today, guys. Leave a like on this video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.